Hi there and welcome back to Garfin's creation. Christmas is incomplete without marzipan. So if you are a beginner and searching for a very quick and easy recipe of marzipan, do try this recipe. In just 5 minutes and so easy and so delicious to prepare. You can not only make these marzipan molds, you can also make marzipan fruits and also cover your cakes with this marzipan. 3 ingredients and 5 minutes, that's all. Let's start with the recipe. The full detailed recipe in grams and in cups will be mentioned in the description box too. So here I have taken 200 grams, that is 2 cups of cashew nut powder, which is powdered and sieved. This is 300 grams, that is 2.5 cup plus 1 tablespoon of icing sugar. Icing sugar is going to make a lot of difference in this recipe. And 1/4 cup of rose water. If you do not have rose water, you can take 1/4 cup of water and just add 1 teaspoon of rose essence into it. So this is the brand I have used. We just need to cook this marzipan for 5 minutes. So in the cooking pan, I've just added the icing sugar and the rose water. But before placing it over the gas stove, I'll just mix both these ingredients well. It's best to sieve the icing sugar before using it so that there are no lumps left in it. So as you mix, you may notice that the sugar starts melting. The sugar will continue melting as we place it over the gas stove. So just mix it a little and then let's place this over the gas stove. I've kept the flame on medium. As the pan gets hot, the sugar will start melting. What we have to do is just dissolve the sugar and the rose water together. This recipe too is shared by my sister, and this is how she usually makes with the icing sugar. You'll be surprised with the taste and the flavor of this marzipan. It is not sweet and just right. So just keep stirring this for 2 minutes and the sugar will completely get dissolved. It will turn into a liquid and that's what we want. So now here you see the sugar is fully dissolved and melted. It's turned liquidy and there are no lumps too. So now we'll just add the cashew nut powder. In place of cashew nuts, you can also use almond powder. But use the white blanched almond flour. So you get a nice white color to the marzipan. So I'll just keep stirring this continuously and mix the cashew nut powder well. As you add in the cashew nut powder, the mixture becomes thick. And slowly it will become a little bit soft and then it will start leaving the side of the vessel. So just 2 minutes we mix the sugar and now just for 2 or 3 minutes just mix this cashew nut powder along with the sugar till it leaves the sides of the vessel. As you can see, this mixture starts forming a lump again and it starts leaving the sides of the vessel. So it's time to take this out of the vessel. But before that, we'll just do a test too. Here you can see it's leaving the sides of the vessel. So let's confirm this by doing the water test. Just put a little mixture of it in a bowl of water. This water is room temperature water. The mixture doesn't dissolve and it forms a soft ball. Our marzipan is ready and we'll just take it out from the gas stove. So here you have a cooked marzipan in less than 5 minutes. So now let's transfer it onto a plate. Grease a plate if you do not have the silicone mat and then just pour the mixture over it. You can also pour this over a greased butter paper. Silicone mat comes easy so that we can knead the marzipan while it's still warm. This marzipan is too hot to handle. Spread it and let it cool a bit. Keep moving and spreading this again in between so that it gets colder faster. You can see the texture of the marzipan. It's so very white. This will take in any color that you add to it. So just mix this and spread it again once more and let it cool down a little more. So now again I'll leave it for some time and after 5 minutes we'll just check on if we can knead it. So after some time this marzipan is okay to handle. It's not too very hot. We will start kneading it with the help of the silicone mat. Doing this way the marzipan gets nice and smooth. And when it's a bit cooled down and you're able to handle with your hands, you can start kneading it with your hands too. So now here you can see it's got into a nice soft dough. So the marzipan now is not too very hot. So I'll use my hands now and just knead it a little bit more. Don't wait for too long to knead the masspan. You need to do this while it's still warm. This masspan gets dried fast, so don't wait for it to get entirely cold. Just knead it while it's still warm and form a ball out of it. And let's check out the weight of it. This is approximate half kg, 500 grams. If you do not want to use this masspan immediately, you can cling wrap it and keep it in the fridge too for many days. So I'll just divide this into 5 portions and then start coloring each of it. So you can check out the texture of this masspan. Today I'm using these gel colors. These gel colors I recently purchased as they can be used for chocolates, masspan, fondant or icings too. First color I'll be making yellow. I'll just add a few drops first and then as required as per the shade you can just keep on adding more. So just go on with the lighter shade first. If you prefer you can also make it more darker. I'll be coloring this into 4 shades and keeping just one portion with a little white. So this I've done with the yellow shade, and the other colors too that I have done is green, orange, pink and left one as white. It's best to keep the masspan covered while you work with it. So you can either cling wrap it or keep it in the box covered. So these are the masspan molds that are usually available in the market during the Christmas time. They are available online too. In my previous masspan recipe, I had used that fruit mold, so today I'll be using these 2 molds today. If you do not have these molds, you can also make masspan fruits out of it. Or roll the masspan and use any cookie cutters and cut them into various shapes. So here, according to the design on the silicone mold, I'll be using the particular shade of masspan and filling it. If you prefer, instead of dividing the color and shades according to the design, you can just use one color and fill the mold with it. Before filling the mold, just make sure that the masspan is nice and soft and press it well so that you get good finish once you unmold it. So here, just to show you, I've just filled few and unmolded by tapping it on the back of the masspan mold. This masspan is not at all sticky and it comes out quickly. So I'll continue filling the other mold too and show you the various designs. Previously too, I have shared a very easy masspan recipe. It is already on my channel and I'll put that link too if you would like to try that masspan too. Here I have used grain sugar just in case if you do not like using icing sugar. But I would say do try this recipe at least once. So quick and easy and there's no compromise on the masspan taste. If you would want to know how to cover a cake with masspan, do check out that video too. I've already have it on my channel. So here I've also added 2 shades of masspan in one single mold. And let's unmold and see how they all look. So as per your preference and imagination, you can just keep on filling the masspan mold as per the color and design you prefer. So I'll continue making in the rest of the designs in the same way. Just place a butter paper over a tray and then unmold these masspan and then leave it at room temperature so that they dry off. Once dried, you can transfer them into an airtight box, and in the airtight box you can just layer them in between 2 parchment papers or butter paper so that they do not stick to each other. In case you have kept your masspan for too long and it starts getting dry, you can just add a little rose water and knead it again and it will get soft and reusable. This masspan remains good for 10 to 15 days at room temperature in an airtight box. If you prefer to keep them for a longer time, you can keep them in the fridge too. So I hope you like this recipe and please give it a try. I'm sure you're going to like it. And as always, keep watching and do subscribe to Garfin's Creation for more lovely recipes. See you again in next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.